Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the majority of this article here. There's a link in the description and I will provide a trigger warning. It's a very grim topic. It's in regards to the brutal murder of a 3-year-old innocent girl. Her name is Maria Barlow. She was in fact less than 1 week away from her 4th birthday. And allegedly she was beaten to death by this absolute piece of shit scumbag here, whose name is Randolph J. Mack. He's 42 years of age. He's from Maryland, Baltimore, and this tragedy occurred June the 3rd of this year. This scumbag is facing a litany of charges which include 1 count each of first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and first-degree child abuse, resulting in the death of a child under the age of 13. On June the 3rd, police received a 911 call in regards to a young child suffering a cardiac arrest. Emergency medical services personnel were sent to the scene. They attempted life-saving procedures, but ultimately they had to transport young Maria Barlow to the medical center, at which point she died just prior to midnight, June the 3rd. Medics at the medical center advised the deputies, the officers, that the young girl had suspicious bruising on her body that would be consistent with child abuse. The young girl's body was then transferred to the medical examiners to have an autopsy performed. If I'm understanding correctly, the results of the autopsy haven't been released as yet. I believe I have that right. This scumbag, again, Randolph J. Mack, was soon a prime suspect. Now, unless I'm very much mistaken, and I don't think I am, the article's not telling us the relationship between the young girl, the 3-year-old Maria Barlow, and this scumbag. We don't know if he's the father or the mother's boyfriend or an uncle. We don't know his relationship to the young girl at all, as far as I understand. I don't know why the article hasn't mentioned that, but he was identified as a prime suspect. He's been taken into custody. He's been booked. There's no bond. So I'm glad the authorities are taking this situation incredibly seriously. And another very, very grim, dark, sadistic aspect to this story is that after Maria's death, this scumbag tried to pin the blame on Maria's 9-year-old brother. So the article tells us that prior to the initial assault, this scumbag took Maria into the bathroom to discuss wetting her pants. And then apparently the interaction turned violent. After the alleged assault, this scumbag allegedly convinced Maria's auntie to help him convince authorities that it was Maria's brother, 9-year-old brother, that was responsible for the attack on young Maria. And the auntie complied. The auntie complied initially, if I understand this correctly. I believe I do. The auntie initially called 911, but after 7 hours following the attack. So this 3-year-old girl was beaten. We're not provided with the details in regards to that. We're not provided with the details of the injury suffered, but she was beaten badly to the point of death. And she was left for 7 hours. It took 7 hours for the aunt to call 911, at which point, if I'm understanding correctly, I believe I am, the aunt told authorities, told the police, that it was Maria's 9-year-old brother that had beaten her. Under questioning from the detectives, the aunt allegedly confessed to lying about the 9-year-old's involvement. And I would imagine with that, the aunt provided the truth that it was this scumbag that allegedly beat and killed 3-year-old Maria Barlow to death. So I would hope that that is the case, or rather that the aunt was able to provide a testimony to that effect, and such provide the authorities, the investigators, the prosecution ample evidence to convict the scumbag should he indeed be guilty. That's pretty much all the information that we have. As I say, he's being held with no bond, so that's a good thing. There's a preliminary hearing on June the 30th. This article is a little light on details, but I mean, we get the main points, and the main point is that a 3-year-old girl's life has been needlessly taken away, allegedly at the hands of this fucking sick C-word. And again, we don't know his relationship to the young girl, but we do know that he had the gall to try to convince authorities, with the aid of Maria's aunt, that Maria's 9-year-old brother was responsible. He tried to frame a 9-year-old for his murder, for the murder that he committed, allegedly. What an absolute piece of shit. Now, the aunt clearly is at fault to some extent, but maybe there are extenuating circumstances. Maybe she was fearful of her own life. Maybe she played the game, and maybe she told the truth at her earliest opportunity. We don't know. I mean, I guess that's possible. But in any case, this guy is the aggressor, and seemingly is an evil, evil piece of shit. So we hope that the trial goes ahead, the investigation goes ahead unimpeded. And we hope that this guy, if he is indeed guilty, and it's pretty clear to me, I mean, my money would go on that he's guilty for sure. I'll put $1,000 on it. But let's hope the trial goes ahead unimpeded, and that this guy gets the sentence that he deserves, which would be the death penalty if that's available in this area, Maryland, Baltimore. Sorry, I'm ignorant of which state that would be. I don't think Baltimore's a state, is it? No. But if the death penalty isn't available, then a very long jail sentence, prison sentence. I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. If you do see value in covering this type of content, if I've done a half decent job, if I've been respectful to the deceased Maria Barlow, then please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Have a look at some of the other videos on the channel. I am accepting donations. I've got a link in the description which allows you to make a small donation should you wish. Of course, there's no expectations of such, but every now and then might be nice. So I'm going to wrap things up here at this point. I'll make a couple more videos this evening. I'll make another batch tomorrow. Take care, guys.